Here is a video regarding 3.5-day intense revision strategy for audit, which is to be held on 15th May 2024. Watch this carefully. This 10-15 minutes, you watch this and believe me, your next 3.5 days is going to be super efficient, super intense. I am going to tell you about the techniques of revision here. So this is a document. By the way, this document below in the below in the description, below in the comments, pinned comment, you will find this document link. You can download this document. So you are having 40 hours of time. That's it. According to me, on a productive estimate, I'm talking about productive time that you are having. Don't count it as 3.5 days. Count it as 40 hours time that you are available. That is available for you. Within this 40 hours, what we should do? First, you have to cover 80 to 90 marks of the portion in the auditing and ethics syllabus. 80 to 90 marks portion. Straight away, you first keep these topics pending. As per my strategy, even though majority of my students, especially whoever follows me on the YouTube as well, I always recommend these chapters, you keep it as a last priority. Don't touch it now. Risk assessment and internal control, different types of entity, audit, strategy, planning and program, don't touch right now. Apart from that, I have listed out important 16 items that you must watch. That too, you see, in the same order you need to study. In the same order you need to study. This is nothing but the marathon order which I followed. The order which I have listed out here is nothing but the marathon order which I followed. And even for your reference, on 11th May, because I'm doing this on 11th May, today, what topics you have to study? Today, try to spend 2.5 hours. Fundamentals you study, nature, objective and scope of audit you study, where you have to spend 2.5 hours. Depending upon your convenience, plus or minus half an hour. Getting it? Within 2.5 hours, you try to finish by end of today. And tomorrow, remember at what time you're getting up, that and all doesn't matter. Every day, 12 hours you have to study. And you know what? Every 30 minutes, you must take a 5 minutes break. This is called Pomodoro technique something. Getting it? For every 30 minutes, you must take 5 minutes break. I don't believe in all that scientific names and all. For every 30 minutes, you must take 5 minutes break. Why? You are not doing an ordinary revision like how you do. Like all these days, you are revising this auditing subject, right? That revision is altogether different from this next 3.5 day intense revision that you are going to do. What revision that you are going to do is a very intense, high intense revision you are going to do. So for every 30 minutes or 40 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, relax. Relaxation means don't go out and all roam. No, don't do that. Just take deep breaths. Getting it? Close your eyes. If possible, 5 to 10 minutes, lay down on the bed if possible. Getting it? Or just sit emptily in the chair. Relax. Take deep breaths. This is very important so that the next 30-40 minutes, you will be very, very effective, super effective. So, on 11th May, these two topics you must finish. Then immediately, ethics and terms of engagement. In ethics and terms of engagement, there are actually 3 parts that are there. One, ethics part is there. Terms of engagement, nothing but 210 standard is discovered. And third part, quality control, where we are discussing SQC and SA 220. But SQC, SA 220, I will ask you to revise it here. But remember, SQC, SA 220, 3 hours you need to spend on reading it. This is damn sure. I'm telling you, 5 marks question for sure. In this entire topic, if you ask me from which topic, you will get damn sure 5 marks question SQC. Even in the CA final, 10 marks question came approximately from SQC SA 220 itself. So important at CA Inter, so important at CA final. At final, it is very advanced level of discussion, but Inter it is basic level, but still a 5 marks question is damn sure. But it is in our order of priority 13th. 14th May, you need to study this. Not now. So when you're reading ethics and terms of engagement, your primary focus is on ethics coverage and terms of engagement 210 coverage. Read carefully, slowly, no hurry. This time you're lucky. 3.5 days time is there. So make use of it so effectively, carefully. If at all, when you're reading any particular topic, if at all you get a doubt, you can happily use our marathon for getting, clarity. You just go to caramharsha. Okay, like you will find May 2024. You see on the top, May 2024 Marathon CA Indo. Inside that, you will find part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, 4 videos on auditing, 4 parts. So I have already uploaded. For any topic, if at all you are getting a doubt, you can refer to those videos for getting clarity on that particular topic. But by this time, I hope you are very strong at conceptually, just so that you have to revise. Then 12th morning, that means tomorrow on 12th morning, 2 hours you spend on this. Of course, anyhow, audit report, you have to spend 5 hours of time on audit report. Don't neglect it. Audit report weightage will be 15 marks. I am guessing 10 to 15 marks will be for audit report, either MCQ or a descriptive question. I'm on a conservative estimate, I'm telling you that to 10 to 15 marks. Caro, for sure a question will come, a 5 marks question. 700 series, for sure a 5 marks question will come. 570, 299 put together, another 3 to 4 marks question will come. 570 is tested every time. Even in CA final, it has been tested. In CA inter also, it is going to be tested. Then audit documentation, only 1 hour, because it's a simple chapter, some 7 or 8 subtopics only we have. So this is also to be completed on 12th May itself. Then audit evidence. Inside audit evidence, there is a standard called 500 that don't read at first. First read 610, 501, 505, 510, 710, 550. Actually, 710 is audit report topic. 570 is review topic. I just made it ulta if you observe. Getting it? 570 you have to read along with audit report, because 570 is mostly reporting related topic. Then 710 and 510 together we explain. Together if you read and understand, it will be best. In 710, no, corresponding figures alone you read. Comparative financial statement, don't read at all. Sir, what is it? I don't know at all. Then go and watch that marathon. You will get an idea. Getting it? In the marathon, we have given timestamps also for each marathon. You will understand where it is covered, which topic. You just open timestamps, you will understand exactly. Don't hurry up. You are having so much of time. Don't tense and spoil this 3.5 days. Don't spoil your mood or don't spoil your approaches. Nothing. Just pleasantly calm. Okay? Take deep breaths. Whenever you're feeling tensed, do a meditation. Nothing but 5 minutes. Take deep breaths 10 times. Inhale it for 5 seconds to 10 seconds. Try to inhale it for 5 to 6 seconds. Exhale it for 3 to 4 seconds. Getting it? So that's called actually a deep breath exercise, and that will relax your mind like anything. That stimulates a chemical in your mind, Next, then you start completion and review. In completion and review, actually there are some 5-6 standards there, but at initially you need to read only 3 standards: 560, 260, 580. And 450, 265 you need to read at last. Especially 450 standards, many students I noticed, they are reading at the beginning. Never. You cannot understand 450. If a practical question comes, if a practical question or case-based question been asked on 450, you cannot solve without understanding 320, without understanding 530, 450 you cannot understand. So that's why I very cleverly designed this order. In the same order, I covered my marathon class also in the 4 parts. This is exactly my timestamp order only. In marathon, whatever I did, in the same timestamp order I gave you. Getting it? Then finally come to audit evidence, where you hardly don't spend more than 1 hour. In audit evidence, no, especially there is a topic called audit trial topic, which is newly added. Getting it? Even in CA final also, audit trial question has been tested. In CA inter also there is a possibility. Getting it? But there the question is different. Here the concept is different. In final the concept is on controls. Here we don't have that point, but audit trial related only. So there is a possibility, and there is a question on assertions. There is a question on assertions. Getting it? What are various types of assertions? Negative assertion, explicit assertion, implied assertion. Getting it? Like that, there are some assertions. These 2 questions are very important in this. Then there is a question on sufficiency and appropriateness of audit evidence, relevance and reliability of audit evidence. If you read these 2 topics also, that's more than enough. These 4 topics in audit evidence is must. Whereas in 560, 260, 580, every subtopic is important. Remember, every subtopic is important. Then once you complete that, come to bank audit. In bank audit, there is only one amendment with respect to large advances and small advances. Large advances, earlier 2 crore is the limit, now 10 crore is the limit. Getting it? Any advance which is of 10 crore limit, if the outstanding amount is more than 10 crore, so that's actually a large advance. I think this I have already covered it in the marathon. Just go to the marathon. I think it is 10 crore only, I guess so. Just go to the marathon, you will find bank audit advances topic. There is an amendment, first time applicable for May. Getting it? But believe me, it is not just it's a newly added topic or amendment. Don't think it will be tested for sure. Don't be like that. Don't be in that assumption. There is no guarantee like that. Then you read items of financials, only P&L items at first. In P&L items, many are directly reading sales audit, purchase audit, and few items. No, there are controls on sales. They will ask a question. Sales related revenue centers, they'll ask a question. Every point in items of financials is important. I am seeing so many materials in items. I'm seeing so many materials in the market on items of financials, short notes, which are not covering full syllabus of items of financials. Don't go behind that. Go with ICS study material. If at all it is not possible, go with my material. Getting it? Then you have to read 530. Actually, 530, 520 are also part of audit evidence chapter only, but I kept it separately. Getting it? So for this also I have given marathon. Colored notes I have used, so you can download that PDF. If not, at least watch that marathon, enough for you. 2 hours is time you have to spend. Definitely on these two topics, MCQs might come. I am predicting MCQs only, not theory questions. I'm predicting MCQs for sure might come. Getting it? But earlier also they used to ask theory questions. Earlier these two are as part of a separate chapter. Now these are part of a single chapter called audit evidence. Then finally come to SQC SA 220. In your CA Inter ICA study material, this is nothing but covered as part of last chapter. ICA itself says read it at last. That's why I also kept it at last, because you can't understand this without understanding all these topics. Then come back to 265 standard. 265 standard is actually part of completion and review chapter as per ICA book, even as per my book also. But in the order of learning, you should read it at 14th place when you're revising. Then come to 320, then go to 450, then balance sheet items of financials. 3 hours you have to give. You see, even for P&L also I've given 3 hours time. In fact, I can say P&L 2.5 hours is enough. Balance sheet takes 3.5 hours, because balance sheet items, very big. And again, under share capital, under loans and borrowings, under property, plant and equipment, under loans and advances, contingent liabilities, there is something called regulatory information disclosure requirements. Regulatory information, that is very important. Under P&L also regulatory related, CSR expenditure related, cryptocurrency related disclosures, that is very important in items of financial statements. Absolutely pay attention to it. Once you complete all this, don't directly jump to this. No. First watch MTP1, watch MTP2, or read MTP1, MTP2 and RTP, especially MCQs and description. Complete MTP and RTP for sure. I am predicting this time from MTP, RTP, 15 to 20 marks questions might come. But you know what? They will modify the question into a different way and then ask. That doesn't mean directly now you start reading this and mug up. It will take a lot of time. Just if you read all this and finally come to MTP, RTP, you will feel dead easy, I'm telling you. Getting it? With this, 40 hours of time is over already. 37 hours of time is over. Actually, technically speaking, all put together 37 to 38 hours of time. And I have even given dates also, on which date you have to study, on which date you have to study. Clearly have given how many hours you have to study the topic. Okay, so plan your schedule. If you still have time, and more important, if you still have energy and time, then cover these topics in this order only. First risk assessment, then different types of entities, then audit strategy. All these topics put together occupy hardly 30 marks. Hardly, that is. 30 marks is the maximum weightage for all these 3 topics. You see, if you observe, I didn't cover government audit and all. By the way, cooperative societies audit also. Audit report topic means, for me, audit report means cooperative societies audit also is part of audit report along for me. So in different types of entities, cooperative societies audit is there now. That if possible in different types of entities, LLP audit is there, societies audit is there, and if possible, local body audit. Only these 3 you can cover if you want. In LLP also, compliances related one topic is there. LLP, solvency report has to be filed. Yes or no? Solvency statement has to be filed. Getting it? That kind of provision is there. So within 6 months from the beginning of the financial year, like that, the firm has to file with MCA some reports. So compliances, only that part is very important. Appointment of auditor of LLP, that part is also important. Fine. Anyhow, so I clearly explained you all the topics, very clearly explained you. Just stick to this schedule blindly and go and see the exam paper. You will come back with flying colors, believe me. And after exams, kindly message me, kindly comment below this video or my marathons, or you can reach me. You can reach us on Telegram. In this description, we have given our Telegram group link, where we are having more than 13,000 students. So you can join in that, share your experience after writing the exams on auditing and ethics. And I know, I believe, and I hope you will really do well. All the very best. Just make your mind very, very, very flexible next to 3.5 tests. Very important for you. Okay? So take deep breaths for every 30 minutes to 40 minutes. 5 minutes break is very compulsory. 5 minutes break, that is very important for your productivity. Productive revision is important. Intense revision is important for me. You just blindly sitting and revising for hours without any, like, without taking into your mind anything, getting it. Absorption is important now. And believe me, this revision is going to be altogether different from your previous revisions. Don't compare yourself with your previous revisions. This 3.5 day, no, you are going to be super active, super hyper, getting it. You will be hyperactive. That's it. All the very best.